Hey, what's up? Back from Disneyland vacation with the family. It was a super fun week, but wow.
Cali, I'm stacking this paper, I'm destined for greatness. Shit, I need a palace to hide all this paper, let's go on vacation. And I need an Alice to toss on my salad and lick off the dressing. I can take you to Wonderland.
You're my snorkel buddy.
That's always been the plan. I'm making an album, but how I'm too young to be faded. And all of that.
You just go in, it's better than e-commerce.
I wanna embrace it. I can take you to Wonderland. That's always been the plan.
Love it, be back in the saddle working, getting ready to actually start building out a new launch for a new service, a new offering that I'm going to put out. I was going to show some details on what a launch can do for your business. I don't know how many of you know what a launch is or what it can actually do for you, but if you're interested, shoot a comment, let me know, and we can talk about what launches can actually do. If you're in like the MLM market, launches can be huge because they give you a big surge of new members, more people in your downline, all those things. If you're in a business, it can give you a huge surge of cash. So hit me up. We are kind of cruising along. It's a whole bunch of catch up, trying to figure out what the heck I'm missing, and getting back in the groove of being in the office. And then I just found out, which is super exciting, that I have an actual potential client meeting today. And usually when that happens, I don't wear a hat, don't usually typically wear a hoodie too often, but I at least try to dress decent so that I can, look presentable. And so yeah, whoops. It was supposed to be a phone meeting, got converted into an actual in-person face-to-face meeting. So we'll see how this goes. Hopefully it'll go well. I'm going to take one of my new sales guys with me and show him the ropes. So I'll catch up with you guys in a bit. All right, big time success today. So my meeting turned into really one of the longest pitch meetings I think I've ever had. What we do, we went from basically 11:30 all the way through 2:32, 2:15. Then from there jumped on actually another meeting, which I actually had to bump because it was supposed to be at 1:30. That was a sales meeting where I was supposed to go over a new potential client down in the Bay Area and go over some details on pricing and service offerings and how to fit in their budget and all those things. And so I had to bump her, which was really kind of a nerve-wracking thing because it was super important that I obviously got on the phone because that was really either going to be the close to move forward or we wouldn't. But I was stuck in a meeting, so I pushed her. However, all worked out well. It was all actually good. So closed our first meeting today first. So we'll put that client and get that rolling in. We'll put it up on the website. You get to see that. And then second meeting went really well. We did a double call and then closed that deal as well. So 2 new clients in the same day. We'll deal with contracts for the second one tomorrow and get them all fired up. But yeah, super productive day. We got a new client 2 days ago, technically yesterday. So really 3 new clients in 2 days is pretty impactful. So big stuff going on, big things ahead. I'm really excited. Great way to come back from vacation, I'll tell you that. So all is good. And now hopefully I'm cutting out for the day. So let me wrap a few things up, finally get my email caught up, and then I'll head home to the kids. I just forgot as I'm cutting out of the office here today. We actually got some good news. This building that we were supposed to move into December 1st. Yeah, they got a couple things done. December 1st, finally permit approval finally just got done. We're actually waiting to get the permits in hand before they full on 100% demo. But we're looking at being inside the new building before the end of the month, which is absolutely incredible. And so that's going to be a huge opportunity for us because we'll be able to fit a lot more people, have our build out, exactly the way we want it, with video production room, conference rooms. We actually decided to put in a rec room, so the rec room is going to be pretty cool. That'll be a fun time for everybody, and it's going to be a huge move. It's going to be really important for us, and then of course the biggest thing is then we're going to rebuild the team, add more people, strategically. And something I haven't told anybody yet is we're going to shift it and turn it kind of into a launch pad, launch den. That's what I'm going to call it. I think the launch den. And so what we're going to do is we're actually going to turn it into a place where companies can come and they can launch products. They can relaunch their business if they want to do, some sort of a boost. And we'll get into a lot more about launches as we go. But this is a big thing. We're going to start doing a lot more launch focus and helping people really grow their business. So that's what's up. We, closing a couple of those deals today were big. I knew that we were set in the right place. We had, really it is the perfect service for them. It's going to be a huge impact. I'm super excited about those. And then, moving forward, we have some pretty interesting hires, kind of in the recruiting process that, I'm really kind of focused on and what's going to come of that. It's going to be a really interesting, probably next 30 days as we have a whole bunch of dynamic growth in front of us. And then really focusing on launching. This has been really a pinnacle kind of part of my career is the launch process. And, it's been a way that I've always been able to produce results for myself, for other businesses. And it's something that I always, love the opportunity to engage in a company to help with. But not all companies get it. Not all companies understand the launch or, the relaunch of any products or services. Not a lot of companies understand it. And so what's interesting though is you have to do a launch if you're bringing out something new. If you're revamping something that's old, you really do need to do some sort of a launch to really push it and get it out into the market in a big way. And so if you think of anything that happens like in Hollywood, how they release a movie, something like that, they turn it into an event. And really, so that event is a launch. And that's exactly what businesses need to do when, even if it's something as simple as like just their sales are stagnant, right? If their sales are just slow, then what they need to do is they need to make sure that they launch and that they do something to put a spike in their cash flow. They need to put a spike into their client onboarding. And the launches are the best way to create growth in your business. But even more than that, what's really impactful is that launches are an amazing way to build a prospect list. So if you're a business that does B2B, sales, or if you need to generate, a potential client list where you can have somebody to market to, a really good way to do that is to actually run a launch. And so I'm going to get into a lot of that, in more detail as we go. And so it's something big that I really want to focus on. And I think that our new building with the ability to really help people and, really help with all aspects, right? Like if you want to come in and launch and then, hey, we've got everything from the web developer to the graphic designer to the, marketing automation to the, video marketing. I mean, we have a video production room where we can actually run and shoot all of the videos, do all of the production, do all the editing. We can create everything from top to bottom and then run the social media, run the advertising, the whole shebang. We can do it in one house. So this is pretty powerful. So that's that. I'm pumped. If you can't tell, I'm fucking pumped.
Big up the person that swore my life and lied, but I'm still alive. An apostrophe can't get rid of I. Dream chasing, don't say I didn't try. Foundation building, one brick at a time. Put a finger in a family, you're solidified. Mum heard that lyric and said that isn't nice. I'm a good guy, just easy to vilify. Talk about Egypt, they find it applied.